Hello, Java BYTES Academy here. So today I like to discuss the roadmap for Java developer who are freshers. So let's discuss on this one. So for me, currently I am having 3+ years of experience as a Java developer and working in a product-based company as a senior developer. So I have given nearly 47 interviews and even I am taking interviews in my organization. So as per my experience, I am guiding you like how a fresher can get the job easily and what mistakes he is doing. So see, for any fresher he wants to start his career as a Java developer or a full stack Java developer, first thing what he needs, like he needs to master in this 4 points. Until he didn't master, I won't recommend him to go for the interviews. The thing is, for a fresher, like if you consider 100%, 60% or 70% they will check these things: string programs, arrays programs, number systems and pattern programs. Based on this they will select the candidates. Mostly 70%, if you are good at these programs now, like then you are ready to crack the interviews. So first you need to become expert in this program, string programs. For string programs, what I suggest, like without using any inbuilt function, you need to develop any kind of string program. And array program also same thing. Another thing is arrays program. So arrays program, you need to find frequency, equilibrium index, leaders arrays. So these are the common programs they will ask in the interviewer. Number system programs. So number system programs, mostly they will ask leap year and leap year something like palindrome they will ask, and some different programs on number system. Like we have 20 to 30 programs that will ask patterns, Pascal triangle, different kinds of patterns. So first, if any want to start a career in full stack developer, he needs to master in this one. Otherwise it is not an easy to crack the interview, because mostly we will focus on this. Even if I have taken the interviews, then definitely I will focus on this one. And next thing is, like after you mastering these things, then go with written test MCQs. So in many YouTubers and even many institutes, they never touch this one, because if you go to any interview, definitely they will ask you the written test questions. There will 3 rounds are there in interview mostly. First is written test, second is technical, third one is HR. And mostly in some companies, 1 written test and 2 are technicals. So thing is here, first written test you need to become expert. For Java, MCQs are there. So these MCQs, like based on the topics, like oops, exception handling, collections, multi-threading, serialization. So you need to practice every MCQs. Definitely in written test they will ask you. In Oracle also same thing. In Java MCQs they will ask in written test programs also, and he gets the outputs. So this thing you need to master. And after this, Oracle are there. So Oracles also you need to write some queries and some guess the output questions. First thing what I suggest you, this thing you need to master, and second thing is this thing. Before mastering this, if you give interview, 80% you will reject in the interviews mostly. By luck you will selected, but you need to crack any product base, you need to product bit and startup, then definitely these things are needed. And third thing is like technical round. After you become expert in logics and written test, technical round is not is a hard one, it is easy, very easy one. So in this one, first thing is you need to oops. In oops, what you have to master, like in oops, you need to master some concepts like inheritance is there, abstract class is there. You need to know why that is developed. Exception handling is also there. String handling is there. In string handling, mostly you need to know about differences and how the objects are created in string. In exception handling, where we need to use exception handling. And collections, so mostly interview will ask this thing, collections for a fresher. So in collection, simple trick is just know the difference between hash map, hash table, linked list, array list. What is the difference? If you know the difference, that is easy for collections. Multi-threading, this is a tough topic, and for this topic you need to know the things in depth. Otherwise interview will be like asking tricky question. Another topic I forgot to include is serialization. So serialization is very tough. Serialization, you need to know the serialization UID and other things. Without this you can't able to crack the technical interview without serialization knowledge. And now we will go with Oracle technical interview question. So Oracles, mostly they will ask you the queries like group by queries, Some SQL commands they will check. Grouping and joining queries definitely they will ask you. So if you know this fourth point, grouping, joining, sorting, filter, you need to become expert. Definitely they will ask you these questions. Mostly like how to find the ranks, group by, how you need group by, like you need to group by how many men are there, how many women are there. Joining tables, like two tables are there, I need some data, you need to use joining table. Sorting, definitely they will sort based on age, salary, third sorting, third highest salary. So this question definitely they will ask. Filter, based on the candidate we need to filter. So after this, just you master these things like queries, you need to practice nearly 100 questions or 200 questions of queries, then only you will go. Basic question definitely they will won't ask, like what is DML command, what is GD, they won't ask you. They ask you the queries to check your knowledge. And now these are optional, like Spring Boot is optional. They'll just ask you the basics, you know, the basic working of annotations, like some annotation like autowire, why we will use, what is the difference between Spring Core and Spring Boot. They will ask you that questions only. And Spring JPA, if you know Spring JPA, definitely they will ask 2-3 methods why we are using repository, at repository annotation, at JPA annotation. So why we are using that is definitely they will ask. And related to REST API, basic question like synchronous, asynchronous, why we are using, that's all. And microservices, if you return anything in microservices, definitely they will ask you question like difference between what is monolith and microservices, what is the use of history. So some basic question 5 or 6 definitely I will cover in interview, like in the next videos how they will ask you. And optional things like if you are if you make expert, like if you go with, if you mark as a front end, like you know front end, definitely the question definitely they will ask you from JavaScript. Mostly the what I have faced in question like buttons and events, you need to become expert, you need to write the code. And HTML CSS they will ask you the basic, like what is the difference between HTML to new version, why we are using CSS, some basic styling. And when you comes to Angular, you need to become very careful. If you know better about Angular, just write in resume, otherwise don't write, because in Angular binding components they will ask you integration, everything. So if you don't know, just don't put Angular. If my suggestion is there, if you know are backend developer, but if you are expert in Angular, then only put, otherwise don't put. So that's all from my side. Like thank you for watching, and share to your friends who are fresher